We're live. Okay, that's great. Sweetie, could I have my jewelry right there, please? I'm gonna push this nail stuff out of the way. Got my cute lashes. I'll put down here for a minute. No, it's good. All right. Oh, it says the live is ended. Look, oh, that's TikTok. Are we live? We have 35 people. Is this
Hey, that's a different one.
oh, maybe it's a different one. Hey guys, thank you for being here.
Hey,
Look, I've got
everyone.
the amazing Andrea today, so that's so good.
Thank
Thank you for being
you.
here.
Thank
Joanne,
you.
hello, thank you. Melody, thank you, thank you.
Mhm.
You guys are so sweet. You've got so many important things to do tonight, and you popped in with us for a few minutes, and thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's so fun to be here. So the other day we did makeup. We did all makeup last time. I did makeup A to Z. Andrea wasn't able to join us last time, but she is able to join us right now. These are 46. I saw it said ended. So is that the YouTube that's already saying that it's ended? It says it says that it's streaming on my OBS system says that it's streaming. I'm just finishing up a little bit of jewelry, and today what we're gonna do, Terry, thank you for being here. Yeah, my voice isn't really that high, is it? It really isn't. But thanks for being here anyway. I hope it's not so annoying that you can't stay.
So nice. This is a new look. The wig is beautiful, giving Avril
Yes.
Lavigne look.
Oh, that's a
So
good person.
cute.
Yes. That's so
Hi,
fun.
Heather.
Okay, let's put on. It was Heather here. Hi,
Yeah.
Heather.
Hi, Jackie. Man.
So I
Thank
don't have
you.
because my neck is so high here. This blouse goes so up. I'm not going to wear a necklace, and since I'm not going to wear a necklace, then I can wear bigger earrings.
Mhm.
So because there's gold in my shirt, and I'm going to wear these big earrings here because there is no necklace. So I don't usually wear big earrings and any kind of a big necklace. Sweet, you just down below here
I'm ready to find
is
this.
yep. So I always put antibiotic ointment on my earring before I put it in my ear, always.
Christina.
And that's why I never ever have to mess with it.
Janine. I just poke it through, make a new hole.
You do?
Oh, thank you, Janine. This is a wig. Alyssa has a wig on. Let me see, Heather.
Okay, we're gonna do the funnest thing today. So today we're gonna put on these nails. We're gonna put on these nails right here. We're gonna glue them on. It's pretty fun because these are super long nails, and I've never had long nails before. So I'm gonna show you the system that I use to do that. We're actually gonna do an ultraviolet glue, and you're gonna see how fast it is. And you saw that on Monday I took off the other nails that I had been wearing for 8 days. So a very inexpensive way to have cute nails.
All right, Heather, I got you hooked up.
All right. See, so we've got some, since I'm not wearing, a lot of neck jewelry, I'm happy with the bigger earrings. And so that's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, sweetie, thank you for this right here. I'm only going to put on this jewelry right now. Thank you for
I'm glad
this.
I pronounced your name, Jolene. Thank you for letting me know that because I always worry.
It's so hard to pronounce the names. It's so hard because they're so small. We can't see them. Does that say heats? Why did you dip the earrings in the ointment? So that's antibiotic ointment. I've had my ears pierced now for probably almost 30 years, and I never ever put an earring back into my ear without having antibiotic ointment on it. And I've never had an infection. I've never had to get re-pierced. I can go as long as I want without putting an earring in there, and it will not close up. It's just healed very, very well. And I believe that it's one of the reasons is because I've never put a post through it that didn't have antibiotic ointment on it. So, yay. Hey, your sweatshirt is fire.
Thank
It
you,
is fire. How
Alice.
cute is she? You should give him a fit check, baby.
It's so fun, huh? I don't do fit checks, baby.
What?
I'm not, yeah,
I had plans later.
not
What?
nursing.
No. So I got these. I got these nails. I think at TJ Maxx. I bought these nails at TJ Maxx, and I don't know if you can see how long they are, but they're very, very, very long. And so I'm pretty excited. But what I'm going to do before I glue these on, I'm using this. This is it right here. It's an ultraviolet light system. I'll put a little glue on it. I'll stick it under here for a few seconds, and it's going to be on. And you'll see how fast it goes. But part of the secret to having this work successfully is I always put on a base coat of gel and then a top coat of gel, and that's on there first. Then I'm going to put the adhesive, this ultraviolet adhesive, on top of this top coat, which is shiny, and and then that way, when I'm ready to take them off, it'll just pop off. It'll pop the glue and the gloss off without damaging the nail bed, which is really, really important if you're constantly taking nails on and off. So, but the first thing I always do, and I've already got the gel on there. So I've already got a base coat and I've got a top coat on there, which is why it's so smooth and shiny. And it's also going to protect my nail bed when I'm taking this nail back off. Nails this long, I don't know how long they're going to stay. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything with nails this long. So it's actually
I'll button your shirt.
You will? Will you unbutton my shirt?
Well, yes.
So I'm excited to have that experience and just to see how hindering that is or how fun that is to have nails this long. This is an experience that I haven't had yet.
Where did you get your light?
I got this light off of Amazon. In fact, I've linked this light. So if you like this little beetle system, it's very, very inexpensive. I don't know, $25 for.
Not with this though.
This is a battery. Yeah, this is a battery that will make the light come on. But this plus the glue, I think, plus a whole package of nails, it was like $25. But if you go into my link tree, we have a products tab, and it will link you to all the links if you're interested in looking at something like this. So it's really cheap. It's really easy. It's fun. It's a good way to do your nails fast and not spend
the
it.
same brand on. I don't know if you can see the cute. There's glitter purple. They're really fun.
So I always use alcohol, and I wipe off the alcohol first before I try to put that adhesive on, because remember, I just did all this product. So I just did all of this, and so I've got probably some oils and different makeup on the top of my nails, and I don't want it to pull off prematurely.
I got my sweatshirt from Bohm, BOHM. It's what I got for school.
Oh, is this part of the back to school shopping?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Hey,
I was cold that day in that mall. Ooh.
Good call.
All right.
This is great.
Awesome.
So I'm just really scrubbing whatever product is on the top of my nails off with this alcohol, and then I need to let it dry for just 1 second, which it will while I open up this box and set up everything else. But you can see how much makeup and product came off with that alcohol wipe just on the top of my nails. That's another reason why you need to really keep your hands clean before you go touching your face and whatever else, because you do transfer a lot of product to your clothes. This is a black skirt that I'm wearing today. It's not Levi's skirt. A lot of times I like to wear Levi's skirts. It's like a linen. It's a really nice skirt. So if I did have that product all over, by the time I got done sitting here for 2 hours, the skirt would have been all, had stuff on it. So that's it. All right, sweetie.
Awesome.
Can you call out some of these beautiful people? Any questions?
We have tried to size Alyssa's nails. You can find very rarely wide fit nails, but you just look to see if they're wide. It's hard to find the wide anymore.
So it looks like it came with some glue in these nails as well. So probably just instant glue, but I'm going to throw this away. This will not be what I'm using, because I'm hoping it's just super glue. It's got to be just super glue. But I'm hoping that these nails are light enough that the ultraviolet light will go through it and cure the other glue that I'm painting on underneath it. That's what I'm hoping.
Thank you, Sue.
But I don't know. Look at these, sweetie. Hey, babe, look at this. Look how long this is.
I'm definitely helping you take your makeup off, baby.
Have you ever had nails this long?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun is
Sorry
this?
if it's freezing. It's
So
freezing on my end too, so I don't know if it's TikTok.
You're kidding me. Again with this freezing?
I can't even scroll to read your comments. So
well, then let's reboot right now before we do anything, because last time
well, I can't read it.
Last time it's hard when you have to. No disrespect, you know more about
There.
girly stuff
Oh,
than
look
me,
at
and I'm
there.
61. Oh, that's so
Cute.
fun. Thank you. I'm
Oh,
going to.
it's
Is it okay?
it's working now.
Okay, it's working. So if it starts happening again, guys, please let us reboot it. We don't, I wouldn't sit here and watch this if it was lagging either. So what I often do with these artificial nails, it does fit the thumb pretty good. Now this looks like it's possibly the biggest nail, so I'm gonna put it on my left because this is my bigger hand. All of these, my fingers are bigger, my nail beds are bigger on my left hand, and so I'm going to. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on my right hand because I'm right-handed. I'm gonna put this on this hand, but I like to bend it first because it's so stiff that if it's
Mm.
too stiff, then it will just try to lift off before it adheres very well. So I like to bend it just a little bit to kind of break the edges a little, and that is going to make it so much more comfortable. So it doesn't feel like
What
in the
is
middle of the
that?
night it's pulling, your nail bed from your finger. So that does work pretty good. Now this is where it gets good. This is the glue right here. This is it. This is all I'm going to use right here, and then I'm going to put
I
under
think
this
you put
light
it
and
back.
cure it. Oh, I did.
There you go.
And you
It's
can
going
get this if,
around.
if you want to link this, you can go to our link in our link tree and it will take you to all of these products right here. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat my thumb with this and then I'm going to stick it under this light. I'm going to set the light on top of the battery so it's easier to see. And then I'm going to just cure it. I don't have to cure it for the 90 seconds or whatever that's set to. I just need to tack it there. I just need it to stay. And then when I get them all on, then I'll put my whole hand in this all at one time and it will cure them all at one time. So let's see how it works. I don't know. I've never tried these nails using this UV glue, so I don't really know how this is going to go. But I hope that it works at least for the night so I can experience some longer nails.
Alyssa has a
Oh,
different wedding ring. She does when she's Kevin or Alyssa.
I was hoping to get my glasses. Babe, I'm just going to get some glasses really quick.
Awesome. So to whoever said that, let's see, that I always take the back seat. Well, this is the Trans Alyssa show, so I'm here to support her and I'm helping her read comments. I'm helping her, you know, just be here for her. And so this is just something that I do, and this is how we do things. There are questions for me, and you're welcome to ask me questions as well. I don't get to all of the comments, but this is what we do. Thank you, Vanessa. Oh man. It's a yeah, it is a gel base coat. Um, just for and this one is actually for nail tips. So you can buy it for to do like the top coat just regularly on your fingernails, or you can get the gel nail for gel tips or for nail tips. I'm sorry. So that way it's a little bit different. I've accidentally used that just to paint my regular nails. It doesn't stay on very well. It kind of lifts. If I ding it against the counter or something, it'll start lifting and catch and it pulls your hair and stuff like that. So anyway, let me see if I can. Um, the wigs she got in a store in Vegas that's not there anymore. So she hasn't got a new wig since that shop. So we haven't found a good place yet where she's found something that she really likes, mostly because she has a lot of wigs. So um, let's see. Thank you guys. Yes, we are married and we've been married for 26 years. And oh, these earrings are school, are back to school shopping too. I got these at Urban Outfitters. They're really fun because each one is different. So you can choose one and the other one and you just be different. I was branching out. My daughter was helping me, because I was wearing my mom jeans and stuff. try to be cool. So she helped me branch out, and I knew these would fit, and I wouldn't have to try them on. So I got them. Let's see. So McKenna had a question: were you instantly supportive, or did it take some time? You know what? It was an instant support in a way that I knew how, because Allyssa came to me and told me that she was very familiar and attracted to feminine things. So as we grew in our relationship, we just continued to, kind of branch out and ease into things. And now here we are branching out live with everyone. So it was hard only because we were doing things ourselves. 26 years ago, there wasn't a name for us. There wasn't support groups that we knew of. We didn't have a lot of support from we didn't know we didn't have a lot of support, but okay, I'm not going to go into that.
But we organically got here.
We're here, and are we going to get a book from Allyssa? That would be a good book, wouldn't it?
Oh.
So if you guys are out there who have found great wigs, please message us directly so we can find a good wig shop for Allyssa as well, because she's on the market.
In the market?
I mean, no, she's not on the market. I'm like, sorry. Anyway, she's back, so there you go. Long or short hair?
I don't know. I start with long hair. We'll put on short hair when I'm done. Oh, we'll try to
do it with long or short. Oh. What are you in the market for, long hair or short haired wig?
Always longer the better. So I set this nail on that glue, right? So I put some glue on there. I just need to set it under this light now just for a few seconds, and it will hopefully tack it in place. I don't know. I've never used these nails and the ultraviolet glue. So normally I would be able to do this in just a few seconds. Oh, sure enough. Oh, look.
Oh, it worked. Wow, those are fun.
Those are super fun, right? Look at that.
Caitlin said.
So I'll come back and I'll cure them all, but now it's at least tacked on.
Caitlin said, does Allyssa still do the shaking method that she learned from me?
Yes, and it works. It works. I know. It's just the hunger shakes, but that's so funny. That's not what I knew it to be.
I was just sitting there going,
I don't know.
Wait, babe, what are you doing? It was really cute. So cute.
This doesn't feel like, maybe after I cure it all, it doesn't feel as sturdy as the shorter ones for sure. And they may not be as wide. Oh, but it's still going to be fun for a few minutes. I did use the restroom. In planning ahead, I did use the restroom before I turned into Alyssa Scissor Hands. And it's not that I was expecting the worst. I just do what I can to predict the experience.
If you do want to see Allyssa before, there's many pictures and videos on her TikTok. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say on my phone. I'm like, baby.
Well, you think teenagers have a lot of selfies? Ha! Cute.
So I'm just going to... this time I pushed down harder and it gave me a better seal. This nail here, this thumb here is going to hold a lot better. I'm going to end up taking off that first thumb and redoing that because I don't think the glue made as much contact. Maybe I didn't use as much glue. Oh, that's still fun though. Look at this. I can feel that's tighter.
Allyssa is on Instagram.
Little crooked, but tighter.
Same name. All the same stuff on everyone. Melissa, this is the first time she's put this brand of nails on, and I think it's mostly gonna come down to how she can work every day with that long of nails, for how long they would last. But her other nails that she had on the other day lasted for over a week, and then she tore them off. They probably would have stayed a little bit longer, don't you think?
Yeah, I do think that. Absolutely. Yeah. But I'm doing a lot of typing right now, and so I want to keep this away from that UV light because it really will start to cure immediately.
Same
So,
with the gel. So if you set this next to the light, but close at all, it will cure. I've accidentally had the brush in my hand while I was curing it, my other hand, and it cured my brush, and it was hard as a rock. So yeah,
oh,
you learn the hard way. But
nice,
um,
nice.
does Alyssa work from home?
Yes.
Yeah. Um,
Sweetie, you know what you should also do? You should read some of those questions that are in like in our question and answer box.
Hold on, I have people are answering about the wig places.
Oh, nice. Will you screenshot that?
Yeah, that's
Guys, I want to get some
oh,
affiliate
she
places set
designed
up.
them.
Ooh, that's nice. Are they real human hair or are they
I'm not sure,
synthetic?
but
Either one.
I screenshot it so we could go back and check. Her name is Chelsea Smith.
Chelsea, that sounds incredible.
So we'll go and check those out.
Yes, we will.
I've seen some videos of Alyssa dressing as a man. Does she still dress as a man for work sometimes?
Yes. The answer is yes. Here's what so many people don't understand. So many people understand that according to the U.S. Census, the majority of people that identified or claimed that they're on the transgender spectrum, they are not individuals that are living full time. They're like so many of you that are watching right now that have full time jobs and families, and they work as a man and they live as a man in public, but privately they're just doing everything they can to keep their crap together and dressing when they can. So there's a lot of people that identify with what I'm doing and how I'm living and what I'm trying to achieve with my look that are not in a position or interested or benefit from coming out publicly and taking that kind of scrutiny and this kind of a public beatdown. So, this is not going to be your average transgender program because a lot of people that are in the public are saying, "Look at me, I live full time. I am a transgender woman. Only call me a woman. I'm kind of the standard of transgender," and that's just not true. The majority of people are not able to live their lives full time, but they should still have the ability to wake up, dress to their strengths, and go to the store wearing whatever it is that they want to wear. I believe that everybody has that ability.
New hair children. Yes, we do have children. We have 3 children and a grandchild. Our oldest is 22, 19, and then almost 16. Oh, our son's almost going to be 20.
Whoa.
We're only going to have one teenager.
We are so old.
Crazy.
I mean, I am so old. You are so patient with my oldness.
You too, huh? You have to deal with my old cranky bones. All right. Has Alyssa started hormones?
Yes, I've started hormones about 7 years ago. So I've been on hormones for about 7 years, long before I was ever able to even tell people that what was valuable and important to me. So I was able to be healthy mentally long before I had the opportunity to be this happy, physically.
Is Alyssa
Jonathan, thank
adopting
you.
trans children?
Yeah,
So
we adopt
cute.
everybody. You're in the right place.
Oh,
You're in the right place
so
to
sweet.
to be safe and to be you and to tell your story. Transgender,
Thank you for all the hearts and likes.
absolutely. Thank you for that. Transgender is just the easiest way that people say, know me, know me. The reality is, you saw me as Kevin last time for a few minutes before I did my makeup. You could know Kevin. You could probably do business with Kevin. Maybe I managed you for years, but unless you know Alyssa, you never knew Kevin. You never knew the best parts of me. You never knew the important parts of me, the valuable parts of me. And being trans is telling somebody, hey, I'm okay with you, and I'm okay with all of you. Most people who identify as trans, they may be that identify as trans may live this way full time, and pronouns are important because they go by those pronouns all the time. That's not my reality. It's not a reality of a lot of people watching this program who are just trying to figure it out and trying to figure out
Thank you
what
for
the safe
hearts.
level is to step out in public.
Yes.
So
Has
all of
your
these
marriage
nails.
changed since Alyssa's transition?
Mm,
I mean, obviously, she's She's she sometimes and he sometimes. So it's good because I've learned a lot about myself. I've been able to kind of, I don't know, maybe navigate my own sexuality per se, meaning because some people just, you know, I'm I'm been told on that article that I have a wife, and so it's like, well, I never thought about being with a girl, but now I have, and now I am, and here we are. But it's changed in good ways. It's changed. Some days are harder than others because the navigation process is new every single day. So as we learn, we grow. We've learned to be really open and honest with each other so we don't have to guess where each other's at, and make sure that both of us are comfortable. And Alyssa's very respectful of me. If I need Alyssa, she's willing to, be there. Alyssa's willing to be there for me. And if I need Kevin, Alyssa's willing to do that for me as well. So those are changes, but they're good ones.
And the reality is communication just has to be so different. It's too complicated to spend time guessing at what support looks like or what those feelings mean or what this stuff. So I think the advantage that we have over even maybe some traditional marriages is that this demands communication, this demands vulnerability, this demands trust on levels that not everybody, gets to. And so in order to make this work, communication is absolutely paramount, and we've grown that way. Yeah, but we've grown all the other ways too. We've grown sexually, we've grown all of those ways, but we've also grown in our trust, in our communication. We've had to sit down and say, let's take an honest look at our expectations. What does sex look like for you? What is that to you? And we have to really better define and not even define for ourselves, but we need to really understand what those things are that are important to the other person. And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at what those things are. And I wouldn't have known unless I asked.
True. The Newsweek article is not in our link tree. Maybe there's a link in one of our TikToks.
You know what? We didn't put up there intentionally at first because there were so many things that were misrepresented, and it didn't feel comfortable, putting it up. A lot of those things have been fixed. Not all of them, but a lot of them have that I thought were very significant. So we probably will put it back up on our link tree immediately. No. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm nothing but elbows and
crooked.
I'm elbows and lips. I don't know what's going on right now. We're both doing lip stuff.
Are the kids supportive? Yes, our kids have been really good to us. Supported Alyssa through a lot.
I feel abandoned by my biological parents. That's tough, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's the situation you're in. This is a hard thing. It's a hard thing for everybody to understand, especially different, backgrounds and religious beliefs and traditions and political parties and church. Oh, there's just so many difficult things. But you're not the only one. Just know that. So many trans people feel that way, but so many traditional people feel that way. That feel like their biological parents just don't get it, and whether they're gay or just not as smart as their parents want them to be, or whatever that is, ambitious as their parents want them to be, there are a lot of people out there that just don't feel like their parents, that they're safe in their own home, and that's too bad. And that doesn't mean that they're being hurt. It could be emotional, which it almost always is, more than physical.
April, we're keeping Amelia in our thoughts. She's back to class today and is boy moding. So
really,
good luck and congrats.
Yay! I'm almost done with these super long nails.
Aww.
Look I glued this one on like sideways. It's like, what was that about? This is a decent.
What happens when they're really long?
I know I should take more time. I should take more time, but I want to get them on and get them cured so I can start tapping on things. I'm putting a lot of glue on
Wow.
this one. I'm putting a lot of glue on this one
You do.
because they haven't been sticking very good. And I'm thinking if I set more glue and do this,
Mm,
I'm thinking that it might seal better. But would you push? I need this on the back. I got. There's a little button on the back here.
yeah, I got it. Oops. There you go.
And so yeah, that thicker glue I think is going to cure it a little better. I think that one's going to stay on. And I wanted this one to stay on.
Aw, you guys are so
Guys,
cute.
don't
Thank
forget
you.
too to join the Discord community because I think we're going to start changing the schedule a little bit, and we're going to do part of our
Aw.
lives here on TikTok, and we're going to do a lot of stuff on Discord through the video there on Discord. So please, if you're not part of our Discord, then go and join that and participate with some other conversations and get some other information. It's going to be, great. This nail kit that we're using, you can find it for through our link tree on the products page, as well as all of the products that I use when I get ready and I demoed last time, from the foundation to the contour to everything. So all of those links are up there so that the moderators didn't have to keep trying to answer questions.
Here's a good question. So when you're Kevin, do you still identify as a woman, or would you say you're more by gender?
When I'm Kevin, I'm Kevin. When I'm Kevin, I don't wear earrings. If I'm out, like I just got done school shopping for my son. Tomorrow's he started college today, and we wanted to go get some things today, and I went as Kevin. And even though I had my nose piercing as all, I didn't wear girl clothes. I don't wear nails. I don't wear makeup. I go out there with him as Kevin, as his dad, and
Hi,
we do that for him.
Danielle. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you. Aw. Are you going to trim them? Someone asks. Or are you going to try to work
I
with them?
don't know. I
I
don't know
think
till
she's
I.
got to figure out what it's like to have long nails and zip up zippers and change grandson's diaper.
Ooh.
Ooh. I wouldn't make you do that.
That
I would
seems
never.
that seems risky.
I
Like
would never,
not that I
but
wouldn't do it.
but the struggle for real is real.
Yeah, not that I wouldn't do it,
I know you would.
but I would probably look
You'd go
for
get some
some other
rubber
options.
gloves or something.
Yeah, I would.
I'd come in and she'd have like safety goggles on, a clothespin over her nose, and like hand washing gloves.
So it's pretty easy. You can see how easy it is to put this underneath this light right here and just let it cure. So that was already plenty of time just to set it. I'm going to cure it all at one time in this big thing right here. Gosh, this one really set good. Too bad that I've kind of got just a little bit that way, but it's set really good. It looks like. And then the last nail, and then I'm going to cure it and then tap on some stuff. I'm pretty excited about that. Already it's awkward though to use this long a nail, and they're kind of skinny too.
I don't know what someone asked and somebody else asked. Oh, thank you. Hi, Art for the Soul. How are you?
Okay.
As always. I didn't see the comment that people are asking. Greetings from SoCal.
SoCal,
Wow.
all right. SoCal, Puerto Vida. We love us, and we lived in Southern California for about 12 years.
Thanks, McKenna. Super easy bun. If I took it out, it would probably look like I probably wouldn't be able to show you how to do it.
It is super cute.
You just pull your hair just this far out. So you can see my ponytail is wrapped 3 times. This much is out. The rest of it is hung down. And I just twist it and then kind of pull it apart and wrap it like around like this and bobby pin it wherever the hair ends. And it's just, it won't always look this good on me because some days are better than others. But oh,
hey, what
here's
is
the question: are your parents accepting? Hi, Johnny.
and then we'll come back to this question. What's boy modding? Do you know?
Boy moding.
Boy moding.
It's
just when I'm in boy mode. When I'm presenting as Kevin, that's when I'm in boy mode. So, I've been living primarily in boy mode till about 7 months ago, when we started getting on and just transitioning, and we couldn't dress all the time with school and community and work and things, but we dressed when we could, and we would do it live and transition while I did it with my makeup, answer questions, whatever else. So this, I don't live as Alyssa full time. That's the reality. And so when I'm in Kevin mode, that's boy. I'm in my boy mode, and we refer to those as Kevin. When I was Kevin, when we acted that way, then when we talk about it later, she responds to it as Kevin, and that helps keep all of the timelines more clear. It just keeps everything a little bit more clear. So look how long these are. These are a little.
Somebody's
These are a
husband
bit
calls it
longer.
guy mode. That's right.
Guy mode.
Oh,
Yeah. So guy mode.
oh.
I feel like this has to be redone for sure. I'm just going to do it right now before I cure it in the big
Weaver
light.
Tribe. Thank you for your comment.
Yes, guy mode. Yeah, so that's and I've referred to it that way as well. And we
Her
with
ears are pierced.
with my other trans friends, we also refer to that as guy mode sometimes. Hey, are you going in guy mode or girl mode? So that
Well,
is
I hope Amelia is going to be able to have a safe place besides home one day. I'm
well,
sure
refer back to
she's
you.
longing for that. What about parents? We already
Parents.
talked about that.
No, we didn't really talk about that.
Oh,
Our
you're right.
parents.
I asked, but I forgot to.
Our parents love us very much. That's really all there is to it. Is it acceptable? Do they understand it? No. Is there issues, with spirituality? Yes. But that doesn't keep them from loving us, and it doesn't keep them from, supporting us. If we needed anything at all, we could go to our parents or anybody in our family. Holly Jackson is here. Holly, thank you for being
My
here.
parents are very loving as well.
Very. So yes, they love us. Do they get it? No. Do they agree with it? No.
Yes,
Do they have
Nicole.
moral issues with it? Yes. But it doesn't keep them from loving us.
Yes.
I'm gonna put a.
We get quiet all of a sudden. Oh man.
I just tore off like a big section of glue, so it's no, it's okay,
It might
but it I needed to fill in
might burn.
when I
So sometimes when you put your nail under the light, it burns a little bit, and it's called flashing. So you can just flash it in and out, because it will hurt your nail bed and not do good things to it either. So.
Would you hit the back of that?
Did you lose any friends, babe?
Friends? No.
Did we gain a lot of new friends?
A ton. We've gained so many friends. I've lost people that I would have considered friends that I thought were friends, but no, you don't lose friends. Friends don't leave you because you're close.
Oh.
No friend does that. No friend leaves you because of the clothes you wear.
Mm-hmm. What are you using to keep them on? It is a gel. Hold on, I'm gonna reach across you, babe.
Please.
It is the Beatles nail glue. It's for nail tips. So.
Okay. So now they're all tacked on. They're all in place. It does feel like I could probably use them really, really good.
Oh,
They're super.
you.
They are long. Wow, I can't wait to do some things, try to type. But I do want to cure it a little bit more. So I'm going to set this out of the way for a second, and I want to get this full hand.
Somebody said that we're quiet. Do you ever speak louder?
Do you ever speak?
Oh, if you only knew how loud I could get. You're so cute. Poor Alyssa loves to go live because I have to take it down to here because I'm usually right here. So that was a nice thing to see, that you noticed that I was doing.
But it is a good point that we need to speak louder, because it'd be so annoying to sit there and try to, read lips. There's nothing more irritating than trying to read lips for me. Izzy, thank you. Thank you for being here. Bree, thank you. Elva, thank you for the likes. It's so great. I'm so excited. One more hand. I'm going to cure this hand, and then it's going to be
like
great.
I would constantly be tapping on everything if I had nails. Justin, it's true. It's true. It just happens.
Thank you.
Yes. So this glue
Ella, thank
is
you,
on Alyssa's bio, so you can. It's
Jess,
really
thank
easy
you.
to find.
What is your take on society trying to teach young as 5-year-olds? Lord, that's a really, really good question, and it's one of the key questions out there. My answer is I think you should teach a 5-year-old, how to read and how to do math. I don't think that a 5-year-old needs to understand anything about sex education or gender identity. You know, that I don't think that's the place for a 5-year-old. I don't think that's a place for anything in K through 5. So I think that's the wrong place to introduce these concepts or realities to these kids. I think the junior high is probably a more appropriate place to talk about those things.
Someone asked if your kids watch our live videos. All of our kids have been on the live at least once or several. Our daughters have been on several times. Our oldest is a mod. She's not here right now.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
wow,
you.
Kitty,
That's
love
new.
you.
I haven't seen that. Who was that from?
I'm not sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
Lord,
yeah,
thank
so
you.
our kids have been really good. Samantha's mods a lot of times, but they have softball, and so sometimes she helps, but sometimes she's with their family. Darn it, we're frozen again. Oh, thank you, Laura.
Wow.
I need a thinner sweatshirt.
Yeah, just for this. Wow, this is great.
Yes.
So I'll put this out of the way. Well, this is fun. Hey,
Someone
look at
asked
that.
you to
Look at
open
that.
a can.
Open a can, right? I would. You know
Ooh,
what?
you know what? I need to teach you how with nails on.
That's true, but
Without that.
I almost always have some tweezers close by, so I could still get it done, but probably not in the trenches anywhere. But yes, you're right. This would impede a lot of things.
I should go get it, but I don't want you to break a nail.
Yeah, I would.
That would be sad.
I'd end up just punching it and just blowing it. Like,
cute.
These are fun.
Art for the soul. The nails are gorgeous, she said.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry.
Do you need CPR?
I need mouth to mouth, yes.
I'll be back.
I just need some water, you guys. I brought water, not you. Our neighborhood.
Thank you. Thank you for
water,
seeing these.
so.
Maisha, that's a beautiful name. I just saw your other post. You look so pretty. Oh, what a sweet thing. Thank you. You have to use the side of your fingers to open a can. So yeah, like right over here, right? Like, yeah. But this is going to be fun anyway. This can be fun. I do need to put on just a little bit of lotion now. So there's a little bit of a shine. Where you going, baby? Thanks for coming. Have a good night. Early day for Andrea. She just like, see you guys. Peace out. Just joking. This lotion here is 1,000 years. I think it may be, it's Bath and Body Works. I wasn't sure what exactly it was, but I thought it might be Victoria's Secret. But Bath and Body Works, 1,000 years. Oh, oh. Okay, let me see if I can read something. Nails look good, Angela. Thank you. They feel amazing. This is the longest. This is the longest I've ever worn. Guys, definitely join our. Oh, April, this is a nice and like it does. It smells marvelous. Join our Discord as well. Join our Discord. There's some other stuff going on there. There's going to be some other supporter content on there. So definitely, can we buy one of those mugs with your pro pick? You absolutely can. So if you go into my merchandise on the link tree, there are some mugs just like this and really cute sweatshirts and backpacks and all kinds of fun stuff. So absolutely. What's my real name? My real name is Kevin. My real name is Kevin. And that may not be appropriate to ask a lot of trans people because if that's their dead name, that's a name that they don't go by. That's a name they don't want to hear. That's a name that they do not want describing them. In my case, as you've already heard, it's very appropriate because I was Kevin an hour before I got on here out school shopping with my son. So Kevin is my boy name. I love your lipstick. Thank you. So this lipstick is that 18-hour wear. And this 18-hour wear, it's CoverGirl. So it goes on like this. It's like a lip gloss. And then after it dries, it's kind of tacky, whatnot. But after it dries, then you put on step 2 of this CoverGirl, which is a kind of a shiny gloss. It's like a chapstick. It goes over top of it, and it makes it kind of nice and shiny. And I need another coat, though. Can never be too looby. Oh, come on. I just put on lotion, and now I can't get it. Come on. For real? Goodness. It's so slippery. What is in this lotion? It's like a different lubricant than I was expecting. This is crazy. Ah. Note to self: don't use this until Andrea gets back. Note to self. Wendy, hi. Thank you for being here. Andrea picked Allyssa. She picked Allyssa for me about 15 years ago. She realized that this was going to be a stable part of our relationship. Uh, and so she said, "Look, I want to address you differently when you're dressed." And this is the name I picked, which was great because I had kind of been considering names that I wanted, and Alyssa was one of them. Ellie was one of them. Megan was one of them. I had a few names that felt important, and Alyssa was one of them. So I was thrilled to death. Also because I really loved Allie, and a lot of people will call me Allie as well. Selenite Rose, thank you for joining the Discord. That's so fun. It's so fun to have more and more of you there. Did Andrea get to see you Monday after you got all dolled up? Melody, she did. So she did get to go back and watch the live. You can watch the past lives on our YouTube channel. So they save them there. And she went back and she watched that. Although the first few minutes there was no sound, which is kind of a bummer. But yes, she did. Thank you. Is your son as supportive as your girls are? Melissa, it's a good question. It's a fair question. It's just not one that I can answer. All of my kids support me 100% in their way, in the way that's right for them and how they do it. So there's not one of my children that I feel support me less than another. They don't support me all the same way, and nor do they need to. And so, does my son support me differently? Yes. Does he support me less? No, I don't think that would be a fair thing to say at all. We have an absolutely amazing, amazing relationship, regardless of how I'm dressed tonight. He'll probably come in today, and we'll talk more about his first day of college, and it'll be absolutely incredible. Do he and I go out together like this and ride motorcycles? We just don't. Where my girls and I will go get pedicures and all of those fun shopping and all of those fun things together.
How to get some sugar.
Thank you for the question, for sure. What does your doctor call you? Johnny. Thanks for coming again, Johnny. Thanks for being here. So my doctor didn't know until a couple of years ago. So until a couple of years ago, I just got all my hormones through the mail through an online pharmacy until a couple of years ago. And so when I'm in there, when I'm dressed as Kevin, then they refer to me as Kevin. And when I go in as Allyssa, then I go in, then they refer to me as Allyssa. But I haven't done that since I was living in Vegas. So I haven't even gone to the doctor as Allyssa here, although I am on the charts as, Allyssa in their charts.
What kind of motorcycle? Someone's asking.
Oh, it's a street bike. It's a street bike. It's like a Suzuki 650. Super, super cool. Really cool bike. And he looks so good. He's just such a little stud. Amber Barber subscribed to Twitch. Thank you for joining us um, on Twitch or YouTube even. So thank you so much for doing that and for being here. Yeah, so my son, he looks great on a bike. We just went down to Vegas and we bought him his very first bike, and it's just been super super fun, for him. So we've done a couple times. We've gone on little motorcycle uh, rides with my brothers and their sons, and it's really super super fun. So that kind of stuff is very important to me, and that's not a group of people that would support, that need to support me this way. That's not, if it's not comfortable for them, then it's nothing that's important to me. Relationships will always be the most important to me, and I've got so many people in my life that will support exactly how I want to live in that moment. I surely don't need to force a relationship or a pronoun or an experience on anybody else.
Did
Melly,
you
thank you
already
for being here.
answer this question?
Do you sometimes blend masculine and feminine? Like when you're Kevin, do you wear nails and earrings? That's a Who asked that? Justin?
Justin.
Justin, that's a good question. And the answer is yes. I don't like to. I don't like to. I like when I'm Kevin, I want to be Kevin, and I want to be a husband, and I want to be a man and a provider and a protector. And I want Andrea to have those experiences, and I want my daughters to have a dad, and I want to have daddy daughter dates. However, I had nails on for a full week. So we go to Vegas, we went shopping, and I had nails on the whole time. Everywhere we went, I had nails on. And so I try not to walk feminine or act feminine or use any kind of feminine intonation. But sometimes if I'm wearing nails and my nails are getting beat up underneath and I don't want to take them off yet, then yes, I do blend those things. I always have a nose piercing in, and and I get a lot of stares from that. But other than that, no,
Yeah, April.
I try to, I try to be Kevin when Kevin. My goal is not to make gender not important. Gender is very important. It's so important that it's all we think about, right? So it's not that I
Thank
want to
you,
minimize
Melody.
anything. I just want to represent whatever I'm representing in a way that gives honor to me and everybody else that's watching me. So I just feel like I'm always in training. I'm training a little girl or I'm training a little boy
Mm,
as to what to expect or how to act or how to be or what that respect looks like. So that's why I'm not interested in blending genders. I'm interested in representing as good as I can. How long have you had the nose ring? About a year. About a year we've had that, and it's just been so fun. Dee Dee, hey, thank you for being here. Sharon, thank you for being here. That's really a nice comment. Melody, good
mm.
night. I'll see you soon. Melody, thanks
Oh,
for coming in. Really
Selenite
appreciate you. You're
Rose
always welcome
joined the
here.
Discord. Yay, thank you for
Thank
joining,
you.
Selenite.
Yes, Selenite, thank you.
Did you get laser hair removal for your face, or did it stop after hormones?
It did stop quite a bit after hormones, but yes, I did get some laser hair, and I got some electrolysis, and that was the worst experience ever. Like ever. At the end, I was just confessing everything. I didn't even know what they were doing. I just started saying things I thought they wanted to hear, so they let me out of the torture chamber. It was so miserable, and I did that maybe I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 times, but I don't know. It just did, even though it got thinner, it just didn't feel like it was working very much. So I have done some laser hair on some other parts of my body, which has worked out better. But the reality is, once I got on hormones, um, most of my body hair just it was not an issue anymore. Becky, you're not joking. It was so painful. My
Laser hair removal is
look at my,
painful.
it is. Look, your wife is an amazing lady. Her support and unconditional love for you.
Oh,
Such an understatement. You're
thank
so
you.
right. This is such a difficult and challenging thing. And she doesn't understand everything. We get on here like we have all the answers and we don't have any answers. We just we just got through the day like everybody else and we're just willing to share that with you. We're just figuring it out every day and
Thank
she's
you.
a blessing, a godsend.
So sweet.
Becky,
Thank
thank you for
you.
being here.
Becky, it's not an inappropriate question. Do you plan on having more surgeries?
I don't, except for maybe I would like to get some threads in my face. I'd like to get some threads and some Botox. But short of that, I really don't because I don't need it. I know my body is not very feminine, but it's a really, really good balance for me. I'm Kevin. When I'm Kevin, I'm ready to square up. And when I'm Allyssa, I'm ready to dance.
True.
And I'm not, super masculine or super feminine, but I'm whole. And that's really, really what's important to me. That's a great question. Do I use the women's restroom? I always use the women's restroom, or usually use the women's restroom when I'm dressed, or a family bathroom, or a special needs bathroom. So if it looks
Thank you,
like
Slim.
anyone's around that's really waiting to make me an example, then I will just use the family bathroom or something like that. But if I'm dressed like this, I would not feel safe in the men's restroom most of the time. Oh, thank you. Is that Lisa? I wish I could see these names.
I
Easy,
am
thank you.
eating while you guys are
Becky
talking.
says you're so beautiful. Isn't that true? Did you
Oh,
see? I could
thank you.
scratch my chin from like 6 inches away. Did you see that? Let me do it again. Oh, how convenient. I only got to go halfway now and
Oh,
get a full scratch in.
yay.
Has she ever gotten really sad or seemed to have a moment where she couldn't handle it anymore?
I have moments like that every
Mhm.
day, and it's not because of Alyssa. It's just because of me. I'm a very hard person to be around. Let me just tell you that.
No, that's not true. But
Oh,
there's so many complexities of this, and there's a lot of days where we both go. The other day, I had a total meltdown. Um, Maybe not to everybody around me, but inside, it was a total meltdown because I was just tired. I'm tired that I have to be two people to be whole. And then I was just like, why couldn't I just been one? Just I'm okay with Kevin. I'm okay with Alyssa, but just don't make me, walk two worlds to be whole and use all my switches. I just wish that I didn't have that burden on everybody else. Everybody else has to live that burden with me, and I didn't pick it. but I get to choose how I deal with it. And, I'm going to deal with it as good as I can. But it's not easy, and it's not easy for Andrea. And my gosh, what an absolute warrior she is. She's a warrior for herself. She's a warrior for us. And yeah, she's amazing.
Thank you, babe.
So for those of you that asked about the mug earlier, you can. There's a part under our link tree that says, I think it's where your support or something like that, where your support for merch or something like that, and you can also go to Patreon too if you'd like to support that way, where there's some extra content and there's
Thank
some
you, Becky.
other sessions that we have that are much more intimate, things that are very important, especially for couples and people going through changes in hormones and physical stuff, and how to do certain things and make certain things work, that would not be appropriate for live streaming on these platforms. And that's where you find those things. Mimi, thank
Mhm.
you. Becky, thank you.
Sometimes people have asked me, like, do you feel guilty at all? Um,
Man.
yeah. And I always feel guilty because I feel like I hold Alyssa back from progressing more because she is so supportive of me, as as a woman and married a man. And so a lot of times I have that guilt where it's hard to go, okay, well, you know, do I do it all for her? Do I do some for me? Do I do everything for me? So sometimes I feel selfish, sometimes I feel, you know, we both hold back sometimes, but in the end, we always just come together and, find the happy medium, if you will. And um, yeah, so
That's a
sorry about
great
that, babe.
no, that's a great answer. And I think the reality is this. I think the reality is simply this, that at the end of the day, we're both very confident that the other one wants what's healthy for us. And if we're not getting what we needed or what we need, it's because we didn't tell them, we didn't express it to them, or in a way at least that they understood. Maybe because their needs were greater than ours at that moment. But when our needs become greater, I think both of us feel very confident that if we went to each other and said, this is what I'm needing right now, that the other one is 100% committed to fulfilling those needs. Not that we don't have our own, not that our own are not just as important, but we're both that interested in making sure that the other person gets what they need, out of this as much as possible.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. You're so sweet.
So
Terry
sweet.
asked, who do you enjoy being most? And obviously, right here, she enjoys being Alyssa most. It makes her the most happy. Obviously, she's got a glow in her eyes and she smiles more. And if you notice in any of her TikTok videos, when she is Kevin, there's not the smile on her face like there is with Alyssa. So to me, that makes me feel like Alyssa is happier when she's Alyssa.
Hmm. I'm happy. I would say that's probably true, but not completely fair because I haven't been Alyssa like I've been Kevin. You always want what you can't have, and you can't dress all the time. When you do dress, it's like this celebration of life, and it's like this amazing experience. If I live like this every day, would I be, this happy and smiley all the time? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't feel like Kevin is unhappy. I think that if you talk to probably the majority of people that know me or know me well, would you say that they probably assume I'm a fairly positive person? Would you?
Oh yeah,
So I don't
obviously everyone
I don't think that
everyone
I'm.
can feel that. Not only do they see that or receive it when you actually talk to them. So yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. It's not that I'm unhappy as Kevin. That's not it at all. You just when you're getting to say when you're getting to use all the switches that are in you and be your best self and feel exactly like you knew was possible, there is comfort that comes from that. And Kevin also gives me that. If you took away Kevin, then that would be difficult for me too because I don't have the whole range of Alyssa. I don't have the whole range of Kevin. I have kind of this middle section here, and it's just as comfortable for me to walk on this side of the line as it is on this side of the line. I think I smile more on this side of the line right
Mm-hmm.
now. But the comfort level and the familiarity of it all is very, very equal. It would be easier for me if one of them was just clearly better suited for me, and I wouldn't have to walk two worlds. It would be easier for me, but I wouldn't be whole.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tammy,
it's
thank
still
you.
hard switching back and forth.
Yes, it's so hard. And as Andrea would
Mhm.
say, tell him, Andrea,
The juggle is
the
real.
juggle is real. Okay, she coined that phrase, and it's so appropriate. The juggle is real. You know, so
Mostly
often.
because I misgender them a lot because I'm with Kevin a lot, and then I'm with Alyssa, and then I'm with Alyssa, then I'm with Kevin, and I'm like, he, she, shit. I'm sorry, babe. You're babe. Get over here.
So yeah, so these pronouns are never issues in our home. They can call me absolutely anything. They call me dad. My children call me dad most of the time. So regardless of what I'm wearing, yes, they call me dad. Johnny, we
Yeah,
did watch Peacock. That was
we
very
did.
interesting. I appreciate you
Yeah, that was.
recommending that to us. That was very
Yeah,
interesting.
it was a
Diane,
different
thank you.
point of view and perspective. It was good to
Yeah,
see. It
it
was
did
really good.
it made me think about a lot of things. So
We were
thank you
like,
for suggesting that.
oh, oh,
Just
pause.
stick
Let's
with
talk
it,
about
babe.
that.
Always a safe choice. It's so good. The aura is beautiful in that room. Oh,
Oh,
that's nice.
you're so
Thank you.
sweet.
That is so nice. So, what do you think?
It was really cute.
We probably shouldn't do the whole projector thing. We're doing this projector thing for a hot minute. I was trying to kind of stir up some conversations. I wanted to get some opinions, some different opinions on issues, but maybe it was more contentious than it was helpful. I don't know. Thank you, Mariah. I just did these.
Do you
I'm sorry
guys
you missed
ever
it.
argue? Never. I
We're
agree with them
arguing right now.
100%.
We're actually arguing right now. Um,
Just like normal people do. It's not because we argue about this stuff. It's just like everyday life stuff. But mostly we're perfect.
yeah,
Mostly I'm perfect, so she never
she's
has
always
to
perfect, and
worry
I'm
about.
perfect. Yeah,
Not
but
true.
yeah, but we argue like everybody else probably. I mean, not a lot. We do. We're on the same page with a lot of things. We've had to address so many things
Thank
so
you,
quickly
Marcia.
that it seemed to bridge a gap of a lot of the small things.
Hmm.
So when you're working on when you're fighting such big battles, the small battles never let you take you down for sure. Zachary, thank you for being here.
How have you approached your sense of style as Alyssa?
Well, that's an interesting question. So at first, my style was whatever I could get to fit me.
Mm.
So when we first started, transitioning, I weighed a lot more. My shoulders were big. The sizes that I was wearing, was not readily available in a lot of the stores. So at least on the really cute mannequins and the cute stuff and the trendy section, I was always in the, in the, the plus size. And your options are not as many. Not that they weren't cute clothes. So I would end up just getting something that fit this wide of shoulders, in a smaller waist or whatever. So my style was very hodgepodge. I was just grateful to be wearing something that fit. So I've never been that caught up in style. I've been much more concerned about the fit than the style. Where now I seem to find a lot more things in sizes that I could buy right off the rack. And I don't know if I'm casual. I'm kind of more of a boho look. Um, but
Yeah.
I spent my entire career, the last 20 years, in almost a full suit every single day, and for some reason I do tend to gravitate to more dressy. I don't know if dressy is the word, but probably dressy blouses and nice skirts and those type of a things. And probably because I've been comfortable in it as wearing a suit every day for the last 20 years.
Well, and as a girl, you just want to dress up, and you don't get to experience a girl all the time, so you want to dress up.
That's true.
I want to wear a sweatshirt.
That's true. Do you go out in
Snuggle up.
public? Yes, Robin, we do go out in public. We go out in public after the live, sometimes. So, yes, we go out in public dressed. That's not a problem, even in our own community anymore. That hasn't been a problem for us. Last weekend, we were up in at the Shakespeare Festival for a couple of days. We saw multiple plays and went to public restaurants and just interacted with everybody like everybody, and it was just so beautiful.
There
Classic,
are
yes.
companies that do make trans clothes. The one is called Suddenly Femme.
Babe,
You're welcome.
How
I
did you know that?
I
That a
thought
girl.
clothes off there for you would do.
That's true. It's been a while. How fun is that? Think about how long it's been since we bought clothes from Southern Fam. Like for real, because we'd have
The
to go
tags
there
are,
because
we still have some.
they build clothes for just a little bit wider shoulders and the whole
Mhm.
deal.
And they're really
They're
cute.
so
They're
they're
really
so
cute.
cute. But how fun is it now that we go to Ross or TJ
Hmm.
Maxx or Dillard's and Nordstrom's
Hmm.
and I get to buy stuff right off the rack now. Like that has been like emotionally that has been really good for me.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I
I
have to
really
go to
like that.
sleep because it's late here. This has been an amazing environment to learn. Oh, thank you. Who was it that said that? Thank you for being
See.
here. It's obviously very late where you are, so thank you. What state are you in? So glad
That
you found
was
a good community. Thank you, Danielle. I'm in southern
I
Utah, so
yeah,
I live in
I
Utah,
don't know
southern
how to
Utah
pronounce
specifically.
that, but I'm sorry.
You've liked me so much regarding trans. I used to not
Mm.
agree. Now I understand. Oh,
Oh,
that was the most awesome comment. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. Listen, we stream every Monday and Wednesday from 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time till 9 usually. Please come and join our Discord and listen to these beautiful stories and these relationships. It's there's so many good people in this neighborhood, and I'm so happy that you're one of them now. Thank you for being here.
it was in Utah selenite that we went to the Shakespeare Festival. That would have
Hmm.
been nice to go to Oregon though, because then it would have been a lot cooler
Yeah,
sitting
that would have been fun,
outside.
huh? Hey, what does
But
Nicole Foster say? I feel like the trans community with clothes as a
oh, she was saying
hey,
it's an untapped market. What?
Addie will have to get picked up from work at some
I
point.
have my alarm set,
Oh,
so I wouldn't forget again. Not really
I
again.
wish everyone was like your family, so loving, kind, and compassionate. Thank you. I
Um,
wish everyone was too. I'm so blessed. I mean, how could I not succeed with this level of support and love and tolerance and understanding? I'm so blessed. Thank you,
the trans
Ashley.
clothing for male to female is called Suddenly Femme.
Suddenly, femme.
Yes. Oh, no.
What?
Never mind.
Let me read.
Not out loud, please.
Wow, a little Hawaii
Really?
vacation of that. No, that, but
Come on.
how thoughtful the ask. But no, no, that's thoughtful,
It's
and
not an
she
open
deserves it.
relationship, but thank
It's
you.
not that she doesn't deserve it.
I'll go to Hawaii, but Alyssa's coming. Oh, cute. I love a good
Oh,
mini
no, no, thank
skirt.
you. Does it say no? It's so fun. Yeah, suddenly film. That's right.
Oh, thank you.
That's right. You talk to everyone with so much respect, even if they're being ugly. Oh, Denise, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. You know, this is a tough thing to understand. And if I wasn't living it, I wouldn't understand it. I wouldn't for a minute. I surely wouldn't degrade people. I wouldn't be unkind. I wouldn't be mean. And nobody would feel in danger around me, even though I didn't understand it. But I sure understand how crazy it is. And if I wasn't living it, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you other than I get it. Girls are not dressing as much no more.
It's true. We've gotten fun sweatshirts to
Yeah.
with fun puffy sleeves to make you look like you're dressing up a little bit.
Denise, thank you. I don't understand personality, but I accept and have an
Oh,
open mind to it. Nicole, thank you.
personally.
And that's it. That's all you can do, right?
Mm.
I mean, my gosh, here we are in 2022. Don't you feel like everyone should get to just love who they want to love and just be who they want to be? You know, the only reason that anybody would have a problem with gender really is if they thought that one was less than the other. And it breaks my heart. It really does that so many girls are their response is like, "What are you doing? You're going backwards. You're going. Why would you want to go backwards?" And I'm like, "Girl, who raised you? This is backwards. Somebody's. We gotta help you understand your value and your value to society and everything that you have to offer. If you think women are less, if when even women feel like they're less, we got a problem right there."
You don't have to agree to be accepting, loving, kind, and
Denise,
respectful.
isn't that
That's
true?
so
Thank you.
true.
That's right.
So true. I love that.
What breaks my heart is the amount of time people spend focused on policing others' choices. Isn't that interesting? That's and
Mm.
why? And why? It's crazy.
Edna, I'm glad you're here. She's. They said, glad I found you. I have a transgender child that doesn't
Oh,
live with me.
oh,
So glad you're
glad you're
here.
here. Yes,
Welcome.
please. Ask questions. We'd love to know your experience. You have so much to offer this community. There are other parents on here right now going, look at these, some of these terrible comments. I could never let my child out there in this. This world is going to eat them alive. You know, you have so much to offer those parents. You probably have a lot to
Mhm.
offer, you know, my parents and just helping understand what, you know, what that's like. You know, I don't know. Thank you for being here. Yes, I'm supporting my child. I couldn't for
For
the
the
longest
longest
time.
time.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I ask you what held you back? And thank you for saying that and thank you for being honest. What held you back from supporting your child, your trans child for the longest time? Respectfully, of course.
Hi, so spicy. Hi.
Why
Glad
so
you're
spicy?
here.
That's
I like your
fun.
username.
Yeah, I like the hair.
The world.
Emily, thank you for being here. We're doing so well. The what
Oh, I don't know. Someone
was
said the
no
world,
was
probably.
was that her answer?
Mm-mm.
The world was holding her back.
No.
It frustrates me with my grandma. I remember not really supportive. Oh, and so fast.
Good night, Denise.
Denise, thank you
Thank
for being
you.
here. Thank you. Thank you for contributing. My daughter has a trans boyfriend, and I go to bat for him all the time to make sure
Mm,
he is safe. Oh,
so
that's so
great.
important. That is so important. Thank you for doing that. Wow. What a great mom. How fun is that to go to your parents and be able to say everything that's important to you because you know that it's going to become important to them and they're going to
Mm-hmm.
protect you instead of, you know, belittle you and try to, you know, dictate your reality. That's so good. That face is the best. The makeup is flawless. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy, spicy. Didn't
Mm.
excite myself. Didn't excite myself. I don't even know what that means. What was the encouraging factor that led to Allyssa coming out more? Danielle, that's a great question. The factor was it was a class reunion that was happening, and Andrea asked me if I was going to go as Kevin or Alyssa, and I just went, "Oh my gosh, I have to go as Kevin because nobody would know me. Nobody in my past, nobody almost in my entire life even knows who Kevin is." And trust me, if you don't know Alyssa, then you never knew Kevin. As good as that relationship was, as good as that experience was, and I was just ashamed, and I said no more. I'm not filling my life with people that I'll never have a meaningful conversation with because I can't talk about the things that are important to me, and I can't present in a way that illustrates what I'm capable of feeling and becoming and doing, and so that is what spurred this on. A false sense of urgency because of how old I'm getting, and my skin's getting worse, and you know I'm breaking down by the minute, and I don't want to give any more days away to hiding in shadows, hoping to hope these guys don't find out. I hope all of these employees don't find out. Um, I didn't want that anymore. I wanted to step into the light and say, "Take me as I am, or watch me as I leave." But this is me, and that's how we got here.
Yeah. I don't know what that says.
Life is too short not to be living your most authentic self. Isn't that true? That's so true. How
Mm.
long have I felt that there's another part of Kevin? Oh, I've known Alyssa since my earliest memory. There's never been a memory in my mind where that wasn't an important world for me, that I understand it on a cellular level, on a metabolic level, that I understood that world and I knew that that was a world that was important to me. So I've always been aware. I just haven't always had access or availability, you know, or encouragement or whatever. So this is probably the first time that I've just gone all in on it. Although Andrea and I have gone all in on it for, you know, 26 years now.
Yeah.
April, thank you.
Thanks,
Always,
Danielle.
guys, I love you asking these respectful questions. So much of this is just about dispelling the fear and the doubt. You know, it doesn't make sense because I'm not a danger to anybody. I was reading an article earlier about that poor girl, that poor trans girl. I believe it was Chicago, that was just murdered. Um, and what is that? Because she's trans, because of clothes? Who kills somebody because of what they're wearing? That's unbelievable that would even cross somebody's mind. I do not like what you're wearing. You're dressing outside of my expectations for you, and so now I'm gonna kill you. Like, when did we have to start living inside others' expectations for us? When did anybody else get the right to have expectations for how I live or what I'm capable of? I just there's not trans people running around hurting people in bathrooms. That's not happening. There's creepy people going around hurting people and claiming whatever, but there'll always be creepy people. We can't not support trans people because creepy people are out there. That's never going to work. It's so
Natalie
sad.
said, I don't know that I would have ever understood it if it weren't for a sibling transitioning.
Oh, hey, what was the hardest part as a sibling? Can I ask you what was your initial reaction? And by the way, if you have 1,000 followers, come live with us, guys. If you have 1,000 followers and you'd like to come live with us and put a face to the conversation, we'd love that as well. But as far as the sibling goes, because I do believe that's probably one of the most important relationships for a trans person. What was that like? What was the most difficult thing for you? At least, thank you.
Mm,
Has Andrea always known about you?
yep. I mean, in a roundabout way, there wasn't the word transgender 26 years ago, but I knew that she was attracted to feminine things and wanted to wear girl stuff and try makeup and, you know, all things girls like.
She's been amazing. She's been amazing. Whatever makes you happy, and props to wifey for staying with you.
Thank
Props to
you.
the wifey. Yeah, I wouldn't be an easy person to be with. You can see how complicated this is. So I am very lucky. Thank you for recognizing her.
Thank you. So cute. I can answer.
I was just reading. I'm sorry, um, Danielle. You're so analytical and intrigued by learning too. What field are you in it for work? Sales. So I've been in corporate America, middle management for the last 20 years, uh, director usually. Um, my last job, I was a national sales director. So that's what I've done for my whole career. Gosh,
Mom of three.
Mama
Thank
Three, thank you,
you.
thank you, and thank you for being here. Love that you're here. At first shock. Okay, so here's at first shock. I didn't get it. We have never been closer than we are today, though. Oh,
So
he's
great.
so happy now. Nate, wow, what an experience. He's so happy now. I bet there's very few things that are more important to your brother than hearing you say he's
Mhm.
so happy now and confirming how valuable he is and how validated he is and how much you respect him and love him. I bet that is so powerful for him to hear. Yeah, I bet it was a shock. I'm sure it was a shock. My family's so great. My old probably on here right now modding for us, and she's been so supportive. And my daughters have been on there. Um, my oldest Samantha, she's usually on here moderating or in here with us, or Adeline's in here with us, and it's just been such a blessing to have so many amazing people literally say, "No, I got you. Let's do this." So good for you.
Yes.
What a strong and powerful sibling you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate,
It's
way
so
to
nice
go.
for them to have. Just thinking back when I was 19, when we first got married, it would have been nice to have someone to be like, girl, you got this. And then, being able to have support groups or,
Hmm.
things like that. That
It would have been
would have
different,
been
huh?
different,
It would have
which
been.
is why we're doing what we're doing. So,
It would have been different.
yeah.
So I was just reading. I was reading yesterday, I think, um, going back to the terminology, you
I'm
said,
so
well,
glad. No,
you
sorry.
said transgender, really wasn't a word back then, and that's true. It was. It had actually been introduced into a textbook somewhere, but there was no internet, so it's not like we had access
I
to it.
didn't have the
So,
World Wide Web.
yeah, it's right because there wasn't a worldwide, web back then. So, but I saw that the word transvestite came out, I think, in
Mhm.
1906. I believe it was 1906, and it was for men who felt like they were women and wanted to portray themselves as women. And so that's where transvestite came from originally. Really, really, the description probably fit more of a transgender person, and then it morphed into all of these other things. And then they said, wait a minute, but there are some of these individuals that want to look like women that are not gay. So for those
Mhm.
individuals, and like a few years later, they started using the word cross dresser. So a cross dresser was somebody that still wanted to present as female, but was not gay. That's how they originally come up with cross dresser way back in the
Okay.
day. So, transgender, I think the first time that it was anywhere, I think is in a textbook in about 1965. But until the internet came out, I mean, no, none of us heard it. It was really Caitlyn Jenner who really kind of opened up everybody's eyes and ears to this term, which is kind of, morphed into everything, right? The medical
Yeah.
term is gender dysphoria.
Transvestite is a really harsh word, I think. Trans just seems calmer and more fluid,
Right? Yeah.
for sure.
Because that's the only term they had for almost for 100 years, really. That's what they use for everything. It's a drag person, it's this, it's that. And so it got put to every deviant thing and prostitution and all of these things. So that would not be appropriate word to use for a transgender person now. That was simply the history of that
Hmm.
word is all that was.
Yeah. When you look back at photos of Kevin, do you ever wish you had been Alyssa in the photos?
Um,
I can leave if you want to answer that
why
without
why
me
do you think
here.
why would you think I need to leave to answer?
Because you can,
What
yeah,
what do you think?
I think absolutely.
Do I wish I would have been able to live as Alyssa sooner? If that's the question, the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Mhm.
Um, would I have liked to be able to do makeup with younger skin and tighter skin and healthier skin and more healthy and all of that? The answer is yes. But I'm not unhappy with the past I have or the achievements and accomplishments and the experiences and the friends. I'm not unhappy with those things. But but would I have enjoyed it sooner? Sure. It's funny
Mm,
how mine doesn't scroll. Like my screen's been stuck to,
mhm.
for a very, very long
I
time.
have popcorn in my teeth and I have to get it out.
Okay, when you come back, should we answer some of those questions that people left us in the Q&A when you come back? Let me see if I can. Did did you lose any family or friends when you transitioned? That's a great question. And Christy, I didn't lose any friends. I was surprised that a few people that I thought were friends chose to disengage. So did I lose friends? No, but I did lose some people. The truth is, I've lost more people probably discouraging church stuff than I have the transgender stuff. That seems to be a much more sacred topic. Hi, April. We've been married for 26 years. 26 years. Christy, thank you. I don't know if it was their loss or not. They had more important things in their life at that time, and if I wasn't one of them, then I appreciate them being strong enough to leave so that they didn't take any energy and anything from me since they weren't in a place to support it. So I wish all of them well, and if they find their way back in my life with different perspective, then I would welcome them back as well.
Yes.
It's true love. If my wife transitioned, I'd be by her side. Oh, Frida, that's nice. That's nice of you to
Love you,
say. That's
Mandy and Josh. Mhm.
yeah. That and it's tough and it sounds like yes, I'll be there and we both feel that way, but it's still so difficult.
Have you met other couples like yourself? Yep. We have a
Absolutely.
lot of friends that, oh, duck. computer
You can
just turned
unplug. Yeah,
off
you can
my.
unplug it. It's okay.
Alright.
Yes, we do. We have other couples. We have more trans friends that are married than we do that are not, and that's really really good because we understand the situation, and it's been so important for us to have other people in our lives that understand this reality. It wasn't a choice. It's but we get to choose how we deal with it, and we get to choose who we put in our circle, and it's been very good for them. Do you think Kevin will get lost in time and be a memory? Vicky, that's a very fair question. And that is really probably my number one fear is that I will get so wrapped up in Allyssa and these new experiences and new nails and and lose Kevin in this. And I can't do that because Kevin is so much of me. And Kevin's important to Andrea and to my kids and all of that stuff. So I'm in a really weird place right now because this is my time to say, okay, what does this Allyssa person look like? How do they act? How do they behave? How do they dress? What are those habits? What is the thinking? And that takes experience to have those experience, and it takes time. And I don't want there to be so much of that I lose Kevin and all of that. That's not what I want at all. So I need to keep having the experiences that make me feel whole so that I can get a nice balance with my equilibrium, and then we'll all be more comfortable.
But she's not doing it for me. Because if she has been told by me if she wants to be Alyssa 100% of the time that I'm here for her.
That's true. That
So
thank
I'm
you.
not,
Thank you for saying that.
she's not transitioning because of me. We've had very, very deep conversations about where this could lead, and we really don't have the answers, and we're experiencing some of the answers now. And so it's hard to really say.
Yes, that's such a good point. And so Andre has told me, hey, look, if you're Alyssa, if Alyssa is it, then Alyssa's it. I'm still in it. We're in it to win it. Let's move forward. And so I do feel comfortable going as far as I need to go, and that's an important place to be. And because I have that, because I have the go ahead to do what I need to do, I don't feel like I need to push boundaries. I feel like if this is right for me, then it's available tomorrow. If it's right day, then it'll be available tomorrow and the day after. And so I feel very comfortable organically going into it and being exactly who I can be without rushing into it one weekend before she changes her mind. Oh, I got to hurry and get in as much as I can before she changes her mind. I don't feel that. I feel that whoever I need to be is going to be okay. And so I don't feel like rushing in and burning Kevin down. I don't feel like that because of that.
Mm.
Oh, thank you, 4,000.
I gave
It's so
Alyssa her
great.
name.
Mm-hmm. Lucy, thank you.
Everyone noticed you lost some weight, babe. Good job.
Whoa, how do they know? Johnny, she is a keeper. Isn't she incredible? I mean, how many, and think how secure you must be to say, look, I don't know what this looks like for you, but regardless of what it looks like, I'm going to be here and we're going to push through it. And I don't have to understand it and I don't even have to love it, but I love you and your health is important to me. So be, and that just makes me so grateful, and it makes me put the brakes on because I do want it to be comfortable for all of us. I want to lubricate this thing with so much love and compassion and understanding that there's just not enough friction to even start a fire.
Yeah.
Vicky, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Johnny, thank you. Soulmate and you can see the love between you. Oh, April.
This
I'm
is a new shirt, and I think I should have washed it first.
You look so
It's
good at it though.
itchy.
You look so cute. I love it, and
Maybe
it's
it's
soft too.
nervousness. I don't know. Let's see. Somebody said.
How are your children and your sweet grandchild? Oh, they're so good. They're so good. A little Eli. How old is Eli now, baby?
18 months.
18 months.
Oh, wait, almost 19.
And he's so cute with Papa. He's so cute with Papa. You know, if I come out and I'm Kevin, if I'm wearing a sweatshirt and t-shirt, And Kevin, man, he goes right for the balls or the trucks or the wrestle or the, you know. But if I walk in and I'm in a skirt and like this, he's so gentle and soft, and he wants to kiss my face, and he,
He's so
we don't
gentle.
rough house. If I picked up a ball, we would still play ball,
Yeah.
but he loves to be softer with me, and it's so tender.
Um, I don't know. Somebody asked a question, but I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I'll wait if you make a video about it. You deserve your privacy. Frida, I'm sorry, we didn't even see the question.
Don't. I'm going back
Mickey,
up.
thank
I
you.
don't. Um,
Yeah, does it say Christy? Yeah, he recognizes, and he says right off the bat, when if he comes in the morning, and I'm in a and I'm dressed like this, he just says, hi Papa, hi Papa, and he waves like this, and we'll hug, and he loves to kiss, and it's so
oh,
tender.
how did you come up with the name Alyssa? Um, it took me a minute to decide, uh, because I liked that name since I was younger, and I just thought it was a beautiful name for a beautiful human. And we struggle a little bit on how to spell things, mostly because I would forget how I would spell them. But Alyssa figured the the best way to spell it, and yeah, so I gave her a card and talked, just little sappy stuff. So yeah, thanks for asking.
Were we ever afraid to lose our marriage? Um, of course, like everybody is, nobody's out of the woods, right? My gosh, what is the divorce rate now of people who have been divorced? You know, this marriage, no marriage is done, is complete. Every marriage is progressing and growing and expanding, and ours is no different. Our challenges just come in a lot more colors and textures and smells. You know, every day we fight for our marriage, and we tell each other, that I love you more. I love you more. And that doesn't mean that Andrea loves me more than I love her. That's not what she's saying. She's saying I love you more than the frustrations, than the discouragement, than the feelings, than the misunderstandings, than the arguments, than the mean things. I love you more than all of those things. And that's really when we say I love you more, that's really what we're saying. We're saying this is tough as hell, but I love you more. I love you more than those things. So
I remember when Alyssa first said that to me, I was like, oh, no, you don't. I love you more. And she's like, well, let me tell you what I mean. And I'm like, okay. I love you more too. Oh, thank you for your
Heather,
sweet
thank you.
words.
Yes.
Alimony might be an argument.
Yeah, alimony, yeah, probably would be an argument. It probably wouldn't. I'd give
No,
her
it
whatever she
wouldn't.
need. Yeah.
You would never
Heather's
be
so
mean.
true, but I'm not sure everyone could be as supportive. Um, no, I'm sure they couldn't. I'm sure they couldn't. It's tough, and it takes somebody special. Let me tell you something though. It takes somebody special to survive it. And there's so many
Mhm.
trans people that are watching this right now, and you're those special people that I'm talking to. You're the special people that I'm talking about. This is tough. It's tough to wake up every day and say, "Why do I have to fight this fight? I never picked this fight, and yet I've got to fight it every single day of my life." And you hang in there, and you surround yourself with people that will support you. And I couldn't get this off a minute ago either with these nails. Look how long they are. It's too. See the lotion? Watch.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
grab that. Let's do a tug of war. Thank you. So
Teamwork.
those, being trans is so hard. So good for you for keep fighting because Andreas are out there.
Thank you. And they're badass.
Facts, understatement.
Oh.
Heather, thank you, Lisa. It wasn't right to get close or get married.
Hmm.
It wasn't right to get close or get married.
It
And
doesn't matter.
no, Lisa, help me understand what that means.
I don't think they understand our situation.
Mhm.
So that's
My guess is it's something that we don't understand, that she's saying something different.
okay.
How long have I been living as a trans person? Well, Maddie, that's a great question, and that depends on what your definition of a trans person is. For a lot of people, apparently in the trans community, trans is based on a certain percentage of the time that you live dressed. And I still don't live 100% of the time dressed. That's not a thing for me, at least right now. And so, how long have I been dressing? My entire life, all 26 years of our marriage. How long have I been dressing publicly like this, live streaming? About 7 months. That's all. So, have I been trans for 7 months, or have I been trans for 26 years when we were dressing there, or was I trans before that and dressing before we got married?
You love the nails. You're so cute. You like
I've
use
never.
your hands a lot because they're pretty long nails.
So, and you know what? And when I start doing femmy things, it's really
No, it's
it's
not.
bothersome.
Girls are
I know
girls. If
that.
you want to tap and be cute and do your cute little pose like that with your long nails, then you got to do it. It's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great point. People need to see that finding yourself doesn't mean losing everybody. That's so true. You find yourself, you shouldn't lose anybody. Really, that's important. That wouldn't make sense. For you to find your true self and lose people is a gift. It's a gift from the universe.
Show them the nails up close.
Yes, okay.
Hi, Emily from Chicago.
Ooh, I got two
So
cameras here. I got the
cute.
so these I just did these with this little UV ultraviolet light glue system. You can find this actually if you go to our link tree and look on products or something. You'll be able to see a link to that. It's very cheap. It's like $25 for this ginormous system. It probably comes with a couch. I don't know.
They are pretty,
Alexis,
they
thank
say.
you.
They like them.
Trying my best to understand and become more open. I'm Christian and believe in kindness.
Aww.
That's nice. Thank you.
Love
Thank you
that.
for uh, for being Christian and believing in kindness.
Mm.
I consider myself Christian as well. We attend a church every single week, whether in person or online. And so much of the hate, the venom, the intolerance comes from the Christian community. If I was not Christian myself, it would feel to me like a Christian was just somebody that thought they better understood what God wanted for you than you did. That would feel like a pretty accurate definition of a Christian from my side of the fence, just based on the comments and hate that we receive. Just somebody who is very much more confident that they know what God wants from me than I do. And that's a really interesting take.
Mm. Thank you,
Thank you, Carrie.
Jared and Carrie.
Yes. I love that you never gave up on your religion. No, no, Christy, actually, it made me stronger. It made me stronger. We don't attend the same church, but I never had, my testimony was never in a church ever. My testimony was in a relationship with God, and and I just always knew that the whole universe was conspiring for my good. And so no, it didn't interfere with me spiritually at all when I changed churches. It's beautiful.
Yeah. That's so cute.
Yeah, Emily, it's unfortunate. I am Christian and married to a woman. I believe in God. The Bible is an agenda. I believe in God. The Bible is an agenda. Yeah, I mean it's hard not to think that way. It's hard not to think that way. What's interesting is Christianity is the ability. It's the ability to use a system or a scripture and apply it to your own life in a way that's meaningful, that helps you live a certain value. But that's not what Christians think it is. They think that a scripture is something that's used to beat somebody else with into what God thought is for them. And that's crazy. Christianity, the Bible, scriptures are about what does this message mean to you in your life. You don't get to me pick what it means to everybody else in their life, but they want to just beat the dickens out of me with every weird scripture that's in there. It's frustrating.
You guys are my favorite people. I watch because I'm preparing myself. We all think my son wants to come out.
All right. Wow. Well, if that's what's good for your son, then I hope he does. And if that's not what's good for your son, then good for you for being ready for whatever is good for your son. Because there is a trans experience, there is a gay experience coming to your family. There's just no way around it. And it's just so nice when you get to start that conversation the right way, when you don't have to spend the next several months or years trying to make up for stuff you didn't understand in the beginning. So good for you, and thank you for being here. I love that for you.
My phone is.
People get hung up on the Old Testament, they forget the New Testament and grace. Yeah, I think they forget that their religion, their spiritual guiding system doesn't get to guide anybody else. That's the bottom line. And I'll just never be for anything that is not good for everybody. And I consider myself Christian. I would never impose that belief system or the significance of those scriptures on anybody else's life, nor would I allow that to impede on their freedoms and their agency, ever. Are you LDS? We were LDS, love. Thank you for being here. Babe, I didn't just call someone love. Their username is love. It's LOV. Do you see that?
Good,
I
good
didn't.
one.
No, for
I'm
real. I
just
didn't call
joking.
somebody
I
love.
totally saw it.
Like
I
for
didn't
real,
even.
for real.
I didn't even flinch. You,
That is fun.
that was fun for you. Oh, good. I'm
These
glad.
earrings, you know what? Andrea gave me these earrings, and I love them because they're so light. You're helping trans people, Johnny. I hope so. So many trans people are so mean and so disrespectful because they don't feel like I'm living up to their standards or I'm not dressing enough. And trans is not about dressing enough. It's about being enough, and it's about being enough for yourself, whatever that means, whatever those clothes look like. So thank you for saying that. I hope that there's some trans person or anybody that just says, wow, if that's possible, then anything's possible. I should be brave enough to go do what I need to do so I'm whole in here. So I'm happy up here. So I hope you're right. Oh my gosh. Scott's here. Scott, how are you? Scott, we were just
Hi.
shutting down. Look, Trey is here. Trey, thank you for being here. That's so good.
Hi, Heather.
I
Thank
hate
you
that
for
you guys are
being
just
here.
coming and we just about to go because we've got to go get Addie from work, but we still have a few minutes. So thank you for coming. Trey just became our top viewer. I'm gonna give something hearts back. Thank you. Do you only feel like Allyssa when you're dressed? Heather, that's a good question. Do I feel like I'm Allyssa when I'm dressed? Um, when I'm not wearing these clothes, I try not to be effeminate. Um, I would say, I would say that's a really tough question. I try to keep those worlds very separate. So um, there are times that I love being Kevin, but most of the time, if I was dressed, I would be okay. I would still be happy. Tommy, how can Tommy become a moderator? Tommy, would you just message us and we'll go in there and
Hi,
do it
thanks for
afterwards?
being
Absolutely.
here.
I have to go, girls. Be happy. Thank you, Frida. Thank you for being here. Frida, you're the
I
best.
said
Great.
Friday.
No, that's good.
I
I will.
thought it's like Friday, but
Yeah, it's like Friday, but shorter. Thank you
this
for
is
being here and
why
thank you for participating.
I'm glad
Oh,
you're
Denise,
here,
thank you. Does say
here
Denise or
Selenite.
Dennis? I'm so grateful to have met you. I am so grateful that you're
Oh,
here.
you
Thank you
could
for
be a
coming.
preacher. How cute.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I just want what's good for everybody. And if it's not good for everybody, then we probably are not done talking about it yet. So, uh,
Mm.
this is a liquid lipstick, and it's CoverGirl. It's CoverGirl. You can find this actually the link right in our bio. So go to the products. You can find these CoverGirl. They're
Thank
18-hour
you,
wears. You
Johnny.
put this on, then you put on this delicious balm right here. It's a clear gloss, and it just makes it so pretty and shiny.
Oh, sorry, that's my alarm to go pick up your kid.
Nicole Foster, yeah. So Nicole, we can make you a mod as well. So there are some times where the hate is bad, the heat is bad. Mhm. Okay,
I'll
baby.
see you guys.
Thank
Going to
you.
get kids.
Thank you for coming in tonight, baby.
Thank you guys.
We missed you
Missed
last week.
you.
Yeah, we missed you. Everybody
Yeah, thank
loved you.
you. Love you guys.
Thanks for dinner.
Love you, babe.
Love you, babe. I would totally be in your church if you started your. Oh, well, thank you. I don't think anybody should have a church unless they're able to take every scripture and turn it into something powerful instead of a weapon. I was lucky because um, I was always very, very active in the church, and spiritual things were always extremely important to me. And and I had the opportunity to serve a lot and have different positions and help teach seminary and different things. And so I did get kind of a solid foundation as far as scripture. And I guess I knew enough scriptures that whatever you were going through, I had the ability to turn that into a growth opportunity and an experience. And I don't understand all these scriptures being turned into weapons. I don't get it. I can't imagine anybody thinking that a scripture was a weapon instead of a band-aid. I don't understand it. It's embarrassing to me. Thank you, Heather. I don't know if it's possible to find love as a trans woman. Um, it's absolutely possible to find love as a trans woman. 100% it's possible. It's out there. They're in my sphere of influence. There's so many good people looking for good people. But those good trans people, they're in the shadows. They're afraid because people are whirling bricks and scriptures at them. But they're out there. They need to find you. They need to see you. They need to see you being your best self and being a major contributor, and they'll find you. That's how this works. Jared, thank you for being here. It's been so amazing. Nicole, really, you're amazing. Christy, thank you. Heather, thank you. Yes, we just did these earlier, did them right here. Tommy, you're so sweet. Thank you for doing that. Oh my gosh. Wow, thank you for that. Heather Lawrence, number one viewer, thank you. Trey, you are beautiful. Thank you so much. Amanda, always thank you. Christy, you guys are so great. Guys, thank you. And thank you for being so sweet and generous to Andrea. You have no idea just how much she does and how much she bends and she stretches and she grows and she wants to grow. And I don't know if she wants or not, but she's willing to, and that's the important part. And our marriage is one concession after another, but somehow it always makes us stronger and stronger and stronger. And the more we give to one another, the more we become, like this. And it's just been absolutely, beautiful. And to hear your comments to her and to see her get recognized for the sacrifice, and that would suck. That would just suck to wake up and say, well, let's go get on live and let me listen to people say nice things about you when I'm the girl and I'm the pretty one right next to you, and I got to sit there like I'm not really the pretty one. And that's so strong, and it's so brave to say, no, you get over there in that light and you take that credit and you take those compliments. You've been waiting for them your whole life, and I'm glad you're getting them and you deserve them. And she's the pretty one, and she's the one that's the most important here. And she's special. So thank all of you for just understanding and throwing that love out to her when she's on. It's important to me. Thank you. She's such a keeper. Yeah, she's amazing. Marcia, thank you. Well, we're about time to shut down. Is there any other questions that you might have? Guys, please come join our Discord and look at the products that we have. All of the makeup products that I wear, we listed. So if you're interested in any of them, they're all cheap too. I don't wear a lot of expensive stuff. Um, but you go and you can check it out if you want. And man, my fingers still kind of, they're a little bit pointy, I think. I think that if I would have picked this out myself, I think they'd probably be less coffin and less pointy, less witchy, and probably a little more square. I think a little more square would make my fingers look a little longer, skinnier, but I still have more wrinkles than a Sharpay. But anyway, these are fun nails anyway. How was your mental state when you had to hide Allyssa? Frustrated, so frustrated because I had all this capacity. I had all this I needed to share. I mean, what's more important than being known? And I had all this what I consider to be greatness that I couldn't talk about, and I couldn't share it, and I couldn't show it. And we had to sit around and talk about things that didn't interest me, that weren't important to me. And it was really, really hard to just be a shadow. I'm just like an encouraging shadow all the time. Let me boost you up. Let me do this, but let's never have a conversation that was important to me. And so it was very difficult. And I've lost some people on the way, but I've picked up 100 times more people than I've lost. So it's that, Johnny, you. Brittany, thank you for being here. I hadn't seen any questions about any transitional treatments that you've had. Amanda, you know what? I've only had I had some fat transfer. That's when they take a little bit of fat from your stomach and then they put it on your butt and your hips. A lot of people call it a Brazilian butt lift. It wasn't a Brazilian butt lift for me because I didn't have enough fat to really do all of that. I just wanted some liposuction anyway, so I didn't go in there initially for that. I went in there and I got a quote on liposuction, and one of my other friends who is trans said, "Hey man, they're taking it out. Why don't you just have them put it somewhere else? I don't think it's that much more money." And Andrea said, "Hey, if that's true, you should look into it." And I looked at Andrea, and I'd never had anything done before. And I said, for real? Like, can we talk about that?" And she said, "Yeah, you're doing it anyway." And so we went back and just said, "Hey, look, so if we took it off a little here and then put it over here, what's, something that looked like?" And so we ended up doing that. And it was an amazing process, and it didn't work for very long, but it was still an amazing process. And what I did learn from that process is that I didn't regret a second of it. There was never one second, not when I was going under, not when I had tubes and drains hanging out everywhere, not when I was, hadn't slept for days and weeks. Was I ever like, "What have you done?" I was always like, "What have you done? This is like the greatest thing." What I did learn is that I haven't had a regret with anything I've ever done with this. Everything I do takes me 1 inch closer to being whole. And the truth is, I feel very whole right now. I really do feel so whole right now. Oh, Brittany, thank you. Those are what a kind thing to say. You're so sweet. Amanda, thank you. How long was the recovery from that procedure? Holy crap. Um, it was tough for me, and one of the reasons why it didn't work very well for me, because the recovery you're supposed to be like 6 to 8 weeks, you know, and but nobody knew in the world at that time. There was only maybe a couple people in my life that knew. And so I think I had 10 days. I think I arranged it where I had about 7 or 10 days before I had to go back to work. And so I think it was about 7 days. I think 7 or 8 days, I think it was. And so after 8 days, man, I just got that suit back on and my pants were tight in the butt and the hips, and that was fun to be able to have I had a kind of a really nice shaped bum and some little bit of curve on the hips, and my suit pants were so tight and it made me feel amazing. And so it didn't work very good because of just how active I was, and I guess I didn't let it heal long enough, and it did make me super emotional as my suit pants fit better and better, and my shape went away. It really did. It made me sad, but I don't feel that way now. I don't have regret. I'm just happy with where I am, with what I'm able to do, with the conversations I'm able to have, with the friends that will keep me. I've just been very, very happy. No, April, I had no top surgery for me. I do have to wear a bra when I'm not wearing a bra. Then I wear a binder if I'm in Kevin clothes or a suit. Then I wear a really tight binder, and that pulls my chest in so that it doesn't look too abnormal in a suit or a suit shirt. So not no top surgery, but I have been on hormones for 7 years, and so that makes tissue develop and grow, which has been beautiful as well. Yes, Tommy, thank you for saying that. Amanda, thank you. And thank you for being here. Brittany, thank you for the likes. Guys, thanks you for the likes. Thank you for the love. Thanks for the support, your gift, your kind words, your friendship, your gentleness to Andrea. Thank you for all of that. I hope that you enjoyed being here. We'll see you back Monday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please join our Discord. There's a Patreon that we have. You're welcome to join if you want to support that way. There's additional content and stuff there. Binders like torture. Yeah, it really is that. Thank you for the beautiful questions and the respectful questions. Hormones, that was where my question was going as well. Yes, so Tommy, thank you. And by, yeah, hormones 7 years. And if you forced me to stop dressing, whatever, but there's no way I could stop hormones and be and be stable. That's not an option. It's probably not an option for most trans people. But guys, you're the best. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry that Andrea had to skin out and go